what is great in the States. It is the radio rap star. It is the voice of choice that makes the ladies noise. It is Elmo's favorite wrestler.
Elmo?
And Elmo. That's right.
The
Elmo's
Elmo?
favorite wrestler. And I'll get into that in a little bit. And it is the fifth RWC television champion. G Money's in the house. Watch your mouth. And I'm being joined by.
Of course, it's the wrestling professional. Very best at talk wrestling. King of the North. It's DB here.
The King of the North.
King of the North.
The King of the North. And welcome to another episode of the Smash the Mat podcast. We are definitely in the building. You know what I'm saying? So, a little loud. Now, I got to give props to my man's DB because, he's been coming up with the different. He's like, we could talk wrestling, but we just going to go away from the.
We're going to go away.
Reviews.
We'll do reviews every so often.
Base our shows on the reviews of these shows because everybody else in their
everybody does.
You know what I'm saying? So, last week we did the tribute to Macho Man.
Yeah.
And this time he posed a question, and it was a very interesting question. And the question was, who do you want to see get pushed in the second half
of 2023?
2023. What's up, Mike?
What's up, Mike?
And I like that question because I feel like this show could be very interactive.
Yes.
With our audience.
Yes. And the audience was extremely interactive, which thank you so much to everyone that commented on the Smash the Mat discussion page. Right. I did recently switch it, so it is a true private group because I guess you get some more controls with that.
Oh, really?
So yeah, I did. But I must help with activity because it sure as shit worked. So.
Oh, while you mentioned that, I was trying to find the last show we did on our YouTube page.
Oh, yeah.
And YouTube was not having it. They snatched it down.
I had a feeling they would take that down. It was
still active on Facebook and everything else, but on YouTube, as soon as we played the first Macho Man promo, they was like,
nope.
Yeah. So,
what y'all doing? Yeah, they weren't happy about that.
So you're not gonna, if you happen to be listening on YouTube, or if you ever go to our YouTube, you're not going to find the last episode there because they snatched it. You can only find that right now on Facebook.
Yes.
So.
And of course, I'm going to comment the link below in the comment section. Yes, click that StreamYard.com/Facebook, and then we can see your faces. That's all.
I'm gonna pin that or start that right there, and shout out. Yeah, there you go. If you click on that link, we can see your names when you comment. Shout out to the homie D Dowdy. You know what I'm saying?
What's happening?
And somebody already started off. They said Dirty Dom.
Dom.
Before we even get into that, did you see what's my man Dutch Mantell getting upset because
it took his
dirty in front of his name? Like, bro, my guy, you can't be dirty. I can understand if it was like super exclusive, like if your name was like D'Artagnan or something.
Yeah.
D'Artagnan Dom. Bro, it's dirty. Everybody.
I respect the legends. I really do. But I feel like they're being a little too hard on this current gen, especially like they're getting the ideas from the people backstage. They're getting the ideas from people like Triple H who are in charge or other legends that work there as their producers to try to come up with these different things for them. And it's like, I get it. You want to be respectful, but I'm sorry. A lot of you ain't been prominent since when, especially Dutch Mantell. He's been for most of our lives, he has not been wrestling actively. So it's like, bro, what are you even talking about?
That's super wild, man.
Yeah.
But oh, you know what? We getting some, man. I'm seeing a whole bunch. We're gonna try to go through all these answers.
Yeah, we will. Oh, yeah.
Somebody said Hook, and you said Edwin. Oh, look, there's a comment
link
that says StreamYard.com/Facebook. Click on that, and then
and you should be able to see you. What's going on? Okay, so yeah. If If you want your face to be shown, make sure you click the link. You can either go to the description of this very show or, further. If you just get the streamyard.com/Facebook, give it, all you have to do is once and then you're good. So don't be afraid to do it. But yeah, between that and Sergeant Slaughter bugging out on Lacey Evans, it's like,
you know what really upset me about Sergeant Slaughter? When I found out he never did any military time. Bro, you got to shut up.
Hey, he is a G.I. Joe veteran, okay?
So
he is a veteran.
The animated version of him did more actual military time than he did. That's what you're telling me.
He saved us from Cobra, okay?
Okay, so the animated version.
Honestly,
look, Sergeant Slaughter in real life was an Iraqi sympathizer.
Yeah.
Okay. So I know it's a storyline, but he was more heroic on the G.I. Joe TV series. That's all I'm saying.
He served doing.
He served drinks. What did he do?
When
you talking about you got served, he can dance. Like, help me figure this out.
Yeah, okay. I think I got the thing in there. Oh yeah, guys, click that link if you see it. Disregard that long little mess, but just click it.
He's a damn veteran, damn it.
He is. He served. Without him, Cobra Commander would have took over this earth by now. I don't know. G.I. Joe. But yeah, come on now. Let it go. She actually served. Plus, she actually studied in the military. So it makes sense for them to do that gimmick. And honestly, I would probably call Sergeant in and do some storyline stuff. It's just, I really don't like this whole mindset of the old guys crapping on the new guys. It's like, bros, y'all had to do this. Y'all had to do the same thing. Like, you got to pump up the future.
I would probably let it go if it was another guy.
Mm-hmm.
Lacey Evans is a woman.
Yeah.
Like, why are you beefing with a woman?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's dumb. It's very dumb.
Edward said Sergeant Slaughter is an old senile fraud. I only liked it when he was Slaughter Hussein.
Oh, Jesus.
That sounds like his rap alter ego.
You know what was the craziest part? When he was the Iraqi sympathizer, G.I. Joe was on TV and and they finally played those episodes. And that pissed off a lot of people. Vince is a menace at the end of the day. We know this about him.
How are you mad at something you don't even control?
Yeah.
My character, he's not a Joe. He's not a Yo Joe.
No. He's like, no, pal. Sorry. This is the storyline we're doing. I need Hogan to beat you. sorry, pal. I can only have one American hero at a time. And right now is Hogan.
He was. Look, see, he served, I guess. Mm-hmm. He was in the kitchen, maggot.
Yeah, he was. But he had to serve by serving that job. Okay. Because Hogan was on top.
He
at the end of the day, Hogan ain't turning bad. You are. That's how it was back in WWF. If you notice, the amount of times people turned heel because they had to face Hulk Hogan. We just saw it last week with Macho Man. His was the most compelling story though. With he's man, he saw Hogan looking at his woman, and he was like, "Nah, I'm evil. It's demon time."
You know what it was? It wasn't even him looking at his woman.
Yeah,
it was the grandstanding and the hot dog.
Yeah, and the hot dog.
That's what turned Macho Man heel.
Lust in your eyes.
Oh, the grandstanding and hot dogging.
Lust in your eyes.
Wow, man.
Yeah.
Freak out.
I
gotta tag you in this video that I saw on Instagram, the Macho Verse.
Oh
no, man. I think I did.
No, you did. You sent it to me. Yeah, I did. I was cracking up.
Oh, God.
All right, but let's get to it. We put it up in the Smash the Mat discussion, which if you haven't joined already, you should get in on that. Brian, I know you might have missed the Macho show. We still have it on Facebook. It
is on our Facebook. You'll never find it on YouTube.
It will never be on YouTube because we broke it. Yeah, we broke all sorts of rules there with that one. We were, but you can watch it on the on the YouTube page. But the question came to be this week's topic: who are the wrestlers that you want to see pushed in the second half of 2023? And then we opened the board and we said any and all companies.
Right.
So we're pretty open. First comment on this list was actually comment directly from David Lowe Jr. He said the Street Profits, Shayna Baszler, Santos Escobar.
So I just want to amend that.
Yeah.
And this is going to sound crazy because I don't have issues with Angelo Dawkins.
Yeah.
But I want to see Montez Ford get pushed. I don't want the Street Profits to break up.
He doesn't want them. I want them to break up. I'm perfectly fine with it.
Montez Ford to get pushed.
I'm perfectly fine with it. He should have he should have super kicked him through the barbershop window by now. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I've been waiting. I'm like, Tez, you need to Janetti. You need to Janetti Angelo.
Janetti Dawkins, bro.
Do it now. But I also would be cool if Dawkins did the turning. Like I always like situations like that where the guy you expect to turn doesn't do it. Like that again. That's why we have Seth Rollins. Like he was the one out of the three nobody expected to turn in the Shield, and he was the one. That's why it was so effective. You got to keep people on their toes. But
poor Roman.
He trusts people too much, and then he turns it and he gets hit in the back. It happens. It's hard. It's hard being the troubleshooter.
The same way every time.
Yeah, like and that's really what hurts is his heart from all this treachery.
The chair to the back stings, but not as much as that chair to the heart.
Which, by the way, I did send a link to G and the rest of the crew. There's a YouTube video that I saw recently that is probably one of the best wrestling YouTube videos that I've ever seen. Like, I'm trying to find where I sent it. It was called The Unreality of Roman Reigns or something. It was basically a YouTube video telling. Let me make sure. Let me see. Yes, the unreal.
It does look like DeMarcus Cousins. Now I gotta find two pictures.
Yeah, but it's called the Unreality of Pro Wrestling from Super iPath Wolf on YouTube. If you haven't watched that video, watch it. Like it breaks down Roman's gimmick from day one to now, and it is like when they've been saying this is cinema, it is really cinema. Like if you were paying attention to his whole career, everything he's done makes sense to why he is the way he is right now. Like let me tell you, it's an amazing description, an amazing breakdown of a wrestling character. You got to watch it. But back to the subject at hand. So the Street Profits. Now my question to you: how would you push the Street Profits, Sir Money?
Me, the Street Profits.
Yeah, how would you push them?
Like the thing is, this is why I wouldn't push them as a team because they've already hit the top of the ceiling. They hit the ceiling twice, both sides.
Yep.
But I would do an injury angle with Dawkins.
Okay.
That sidelines him, and now Montez, he's just got to fend for himself. And then you put him on a path to achieve singles goal. Something simple. Nothing major. You don't have to rewrite the book.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I think with this new prospect of Lashley being a part of it, that could be your way to do that, where Lashley could maybe cause some dissension, cause some issues, and it's either him or him. Like then I could understand Dawkins being the one to turn because he's like, I'm with the Almighty here. He's gonna really put me on the map, and then Montez might think differently. And there you go. You got your feud potential. Tez could get a big win over Dawkins. Tez could build up a big win over Lashley. It could be a better situation, and that way Dawkins still has something to work with. Like at the very least, you need to have. I don't believe in releasing people because I feel like if you try hard enough, you could come up with a story for any person on your roster. Like and. I see Montez Ford being a main event guy. Like I could see him doing it, or at least become a world heavyweight champion. But yeah, that would be what I'd do.
Okay.
Next up, Shayna Baszler, but I feel like she's already getting a push now.
Well,
Like,
she's getting a push now.
yeah,
Like
yeah. So
honestly, I would have. The only thing you could have did, you go back to when she was dominating
yeah,
everybody
yeah,
before they decided to just kill that push out of nowhere.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's
Yeah, she
that's what
she
I
she
would have done.
faced Becky, and that was like it.
Right.
Yeah, at Mania.
You know what that seems like? That seems like back when they used to build people up just to feed the Cena.
Yep, and that's
That's
exactly what
exactly
they
what
were
that seemed like.
that's why a lot of people got mad at Becky, that's why a lot of people got mad at Bianca. Oh, that's why I call her Bianca Cena, like, and but I also love Bianca, and I don't care if she was beating everybody because it made sense.
Yeah, I was
She's
fine
like
with it too.
she's taller than everybody, she's like, well, you she should be dominant. Like, it makes perfect sense. The same thing with Charlotte. I mean, even though we're sick of her, it makes sense. She's dominant. She comes across as dominant. And same with Rhea. And hopefully they do the same with Raquel. Is it Rodriguez right now?
I think they're.
Or guys,
I don't know, man. I don't
yeah, because they're clearly building to a feud with those two. I just don't know when. Next one on David's list is Santos Escobar.
Escobar. Now, don't ask me this one because I have no idea how you would push Santos. I have no idea how they could do it. Only
Hmm.
because like there's just more popular people on the roster.
Yeah, yeah. I
And
think
like
he's in a tough spot.
he's already, yeah, exactly. You're already like playing second fiddle to Rey Mysterio.
Yeah.
And I just got to do this real quick. It took me forever to do this, but that's DeMarcus Cousins. It's Angelo Dawkins. just
Who had that look first? Was it DeMarcus?
they definitely well, I feel like it was DeMarcus, but you know, Angelo Dawkins had been around for a while.
Yeah.
He just wasn't on TV like that.
Yeah, he at one point was Sasha's like manager. Of like
Yeah.
this. See, I agree. That's where I'm at. That's where I'm at.
You know
And
what?
and again, if you're just joining the show, don't be afraid to click the link
Yeah, click the
above.
link because I see this comment,
Yeah,
and a lot of stuff happened over the weekend, especially
yeah.
with Ring Wars Carolina. 2 matches, 2 days, Saturday in Lumberton, Sunday in Benson. There's a new number 1 contender for the champion of TVs.
Hmm.
That's what I am, the champion of TVs. You know what I'm saying? This is Tia the TV title. You know, and we'll get into all that other stuff later. We got
Shenanigans.
questions to answer.
Yes.
But we're going to get into my opponent August 5th a little bit later.
All right, but so Santos Escobar, I think he's in a situation where smartest choice would be he get mad at Rey Mysterio and maybe do a LWO war like eventually, and
Mm-hmm.
because you know Rey, he can build a heel if they do it right.
Yeah, he could build a heel. Now that's another thing. Like Santos came in as a face, and that threw me
Mhm.
off.
Yeah, because he hadn't really been a face the whole time in NXT.
No, ever since he took his mask off in
Yeah.
NXT, he's been
Yeah. Well, the way his feud at NXT ended was he lost a loser leaves NXT match to the Don of NXT. What's his name? Tony.
D'Angelo.
Yeah, Tony D'Angelo. Yeah. He lost to Tony D'Angelo, and D'Angelo basically became the Don of NXT after he defeated him. And then he brought the rest with them, so they all got called up except for Elektra Lopez. Uh, it was funny. It
Yeah,
was funny.
that was mad awkward.
No, it's funny because their last scene was all of them getting in the car, and then Elektra Lopez shows up at NXT. I said probably what he did was he got to like a gas station. It's like, oh, I'm sorry, we don't got more room. Sorry, you gotta get out. Or like he
You
called
have
her, or he just dropped her at the end of the driveway at the performance center. It's like, oops, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. You weren't supposed to come with us. Awkward.
yeah, bro.
But Santos, yeah, I would say Rey Mysterio feud. That's easy way to build him, and maybe they go back to Legado.
I just want to have y'all notice that anytime there's a Mexican superstar, they
Mhm.
immediately have to feud with Rey Mysterio.
It's like
Like
required.
Andrade,
Yeah.
Andrade wrestled him so many times. Del Rio
Yeah.
wrestled him so many times. It was
Yeah.
just like, and like they gave him all these wins over Ray, and I don't really feel like it really did anything for him.
Because it doesn't, because you have to worry about the follow through. What's next? Usually after the feud with Ray, they're like twiddling their thumbs trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Let's
okay, I just want to go back a second
yeah.
because I didn't see this comment by Bryant about Dawkins
No.
about the Tucker turning on. The Tucker turn on Otis was probably top 2 worst
Worst.
turns ever, and it's not 2. And it's
Absolutely
not number 2.
worst. Like at one point, they were ready to win tag titles. Like it's kind of insane what they did to Heavy Machinery. They got
Yeah.
in a feud with they got in the Mandy situation and stuff with Dolph, and then that was it.
Boy.
I mean, Otis, as you see, he's still bouncing back. Like he's kind of
I mean,
getting back.
he's straight. Otis
He's,
is
get-
fine.
he's getting to
Look,
that old personality he had, but I feel bad for Tucker.
this
Like,
is the thing. This is the thing. Like certain guys will tell you that wrestle that are
mhm,
on that level,
yeah,
whether they're getting pushed or not. If they're getting consistent TV
TV
time,
time.
they're good.
That's it. That's all
Some
you need.
people want more, but if you're getting on TV like every show for like 5 minutes, bro, that's your time to shine.
That's national television. You're
You know
getting so many
exactly,
eyes. Yeah.
exactly.
Heavy Machinery, they were a solid team, and they kind of split them up at the worst possible time, and it made no sense.
None
Like no sense whatsoever.
at all,
Uh,
at
but
all. Yeah.
so
So all right.
let's
So
let's
who's
look up
next?
next on the list. Danny keeps saying not Action Andrade. Uh,
No,
Andretti, I'm sorry, Action Andretti. But Jabari, of course, shout out to the NAW Nation of
no.
NAW
The nation of African American
American
wrestling.
Wrestling.
No, it's in the
Yeah,
building.
the man himself. He said this is his list: Action Andretti, the Infantry, Willow Nightingale, and Jonathan Gresham.
Hmm.
All, yeah.
Hmm.
So I think that's a
Okay.
solid list. Action Andretti, I feel like it's going to take a good few years before he gets there, and I don't know if
They're gonna have to book him. Period.
yes, don't. I'm going to be nice, G. Don't set me up.
No,
I'm
I'm
trying to be
not.
nice. I'm trying to
I
be
mean,
nice
he's on the
to.
show.
I'm trying to be nice to these elite nuts. Okay,
No.
I'm trying. I'm fighting for my life right now. 'Cause I want to
I'm
say
fighting for my life.
because you know what I want to say
Yeah.
about
Yeah.
all emotions wrestling. Oh, I'm sorry. See, here we go. They already got me started. Okay.
Like,
Action Andretti needs to actually be used.
that's what I'm saying. They gotta
Yeah.
book him.
I don't know. Maybe he needs to go on Saturday Night Castaways. Get on that show because that's the best AEW's got right now. That's their best show.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
There's no question.
we talk. You said it like it's a bad thing, but that's
No,
like
no,
one
no,
of the
no.
best
I,
shows.
I I call it that because that's what the show is, but it ended up being better for that
Yeah.
reason. Like I low key want them to switch and put
Put that on Wednesday.
yeah, Collision on Wednesday, and they can dick around on Saturdays on Dynamite. So,
Dicking around.
but Action Andretti, he's got a look. I mean, the kid can move, so maybe they'll do something. Now we got to talk about this crew because they, of course, are good peoples, and one of them is a friend of the show. Talk about the infantry.
Yeah. Infantry. Hell
Yes,
yeah,
yes,
bro. Look,
legit. Like
and they added Trish Adora.
I know, like legit.
I love me some Trish Adora, bro.
Well,
I
all
do.
three talented. Of course, former military members that have served,
Yep.
like and black, black, the black people too. So yes, we have to support them in general.
Bad News and Tattoos, my man Carly Bravo
Yeah,
did a couple shows with him, man. Did some commentary on shows he did.
Yep.
He been legit.
he's legit.
Him and Sean are like super charismatic.
Yes.
Like they
Oh,
great wrestlers.
yeah,
I
like
love those guys. Those guys are awesome.
I would say I got retweeted because when I was doing the Cody and the Dipset entrances and stuff. Yeah, they retweeted it because their logo was kind of Dipset.
Oh yeah, it is.
Yep.
It looks like
Mhm.
they did their infantry
And
joint.
that was intentional. So I love them already. And Trisha Dora, of course, is she still champ right now? Of
Oh,
that?
she's still the Pan-African
Yeah,
diaspora
yeah,
champ. Yes, she is.
good, good.
Yes, she is.
She fights dudes too. To tell you
Yes,
everything,
she does.
she can out wrestle just about anybody. I'm just saying.
Big
So
facts.
I can see big things. Of course, on ROH, I'm a little worried because all the rumors are saying ROH isn't really doing that well, and I can agree. And it sounded like WB did not want to pick them up for a show, so
Oh, yeah.
yeah, they just want AEW. So I can get that, but Tony needs to figure something out with that. Um, yeah, I haven't paid for Honor Club in some years, and I ain't starting soon. Um, I'm saying, and Cesaro's like, it's bad. I feel bad with Claudio because I'm like, damn, Vince might have been right. Uh, and I feel terrible to say that. Next up is the one and only Willow.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, what happened? You froze on me?
Yeah, man.
Oh,
I don't know what happened to my connection. I think there's too many people using stuff, and there's
uh,
only two of us.
too much stuff. Come on, man. I thought you had that high speed
I
now.
do. I got to make sure it's being paid for.
Shenanigans.
I got to make sure my payment went through.
Yeah. Next up, Willow Nightingale. Honestly, she's probably one of the superstars of this year. Like she's between being New Japan Strong Women's Champion, the first ever, to now the Owen Hart tournament winner. Like Willow,
Yo, you know what? I'm surprised. Surprised she won that. I'm
yeah, I
extremely
was I
surprised.
was really surprised, but I think she's got momentum on her side. Like, oh yeah,
There
love
we
it,
go.
love
There
it.
we go. The
That's amazing.
infantry,
That's
the old
amazing.
Fuji's cover. Yes,
That's amazing.
fire.
Give them the tag team titles like yesterday. All right.
Yeah. Matter of fact, give them the trios championship.
In
Why
fact,
not?
give them the trios championship. Let's make it happen. Yeah, but Willow Nightingale, she's killing it. So there's no qualms about that. She's already getting the push. And the last on the list was Jonathan Gresham. He's in
He's
Impact
an
right
impact.
now. So, and honestly, I could see him moving up the ranks quick, especially just with this current title situation right now. If you hadn't seen the one and only the Walking Weapon returned,
Yes, Josh
um,
Alexander.
and,
Yes.
and he is face to face with the current Impact World Champion Alex Shelley. Leo Rush is there.
He just
Trinity,
won the X Division
yep.
championship.
Trinity just won the Knockout Women's World Championship, the first,
Yep.
only the third former WWE star to do it in history,
and the first woman to hold both the knockouts and WWE championship.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Doing big things, but yeah, Jonathan Gresham, I've always liked him. I hated that situation in ROH ended the way it did.
Yeah.
So hopefully Impact can be its own little corner. I love Impact. The only thing I wish is if it was on a more accessible channel.
I want to say I don't have access.
We don't have access. I had to argue with this dude because he was trying to tell me, he's like, man, they already own a channel. I said, a channel nobody gets. Jackass. All right.
What good is a channel if you can't watch?
And like nobody's watching it. Like a few homes have it. All right, going back to this list. Here's next up from Jake Brown. By the way, thank you, Jabari, for that awesome list. Chad Gable.
I think Chad is getting a push.
Yeah.
I think technically he is getting a push. Yeah. And I go back to it again. If you're on TV every week and you're getting TV time every week, people are seeing you every week.
And they're also doing the shoosh and the thing. Thank you. Like that just became a thing.
They're giving them segments. They just did a graduation. So they think highly of them if they're giving you stuff like that on their TV time. Come on.
And last night they had a pretty good match. It was the Viking Rules match where he deadlifted Ivar, who's over 300 pounds, and he deadlifted him to do like a back suplex.
I'm gonna just say I saw Sheamus's Celtic workouts.
Yep.
That the episode with Otis and Chad, and Chad is strong as hell. Like Chad Gable is dumb strong.
Yeah.
And usually I see that a lot with short guys.
Yeah.
But Chad Gable is dumb strong.
Yeah.
Like he could lift probably lift Eric. If Eric, you put Eric and Ivar's weight onto a deadlift, he could lift that.
Mm-hmm. Well, he did. He lifted Ivar.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying he could
Yeah.
do both of them.
Oh yeah, he probably could. How would you push him, other than
Mm.
what they're doing right now?
I mean, there's more you could do with him, but like you'd have to, and the best way to push him, you'd have to get him away from the whole Alpha Academy thing.
Yeah,
That's not, honestly, that's not a good idea.
it's not a good idea.
It's
at
not
all.
a good idea. Like you could technically push him as a singles with that, but then those two, like you could probably do something with Otis Maxine.
Mm-hmm.
So
And they split up or something that way.
yeah, you have to have him do his thing on his own. He can still be like kind of a comedy guy, but
Yeah,
like in a group like that, I don't know. Like it just seems like his ceiling to me seems like Intercontinental or U.S. title.
yeah. We need another like American hero Intercontinental guy. Like I would go ahead and put him and Gunther together to have like a banger of a match, and I feel
Yeah,
like that
it
would
could
be like,
happen.
yeah, it could be a match of the year candidate for sure if they let Chad go, like let him go. So
Oh yeah,
yeah, definitely match of the night. That was such a good match. I was pleasantly surprised, especially with the gimmick.
I
And a
didn't
lot
even
of
see
people
this
give
one.
crap to Valhalla, and honestly, Sarah Logan has always been a good worker. Like
There's nothing wrong with her work.
there's nothing wrong with her.
No,
So,
there's nothing wrong with her in-ring work
no,
at all.
and I like the,
The only thing you could say is like maybe she's bland, like personality wise, but her in-ring work is fine.
I don't. I feel like, and that's another thing that makes me mad sometimes too. Is not everybody needs to know how to cut a promo.
No,
If
well,
if they got the look, then you're fine. Like, and they have that intense look now with the Viking Raiders, and they can really build them to be like a legit tag team. And I feel like that's the route they're going. They're fixing the tag team division, especially with having Sammy and Kevin on top. Like, oh, jeez, don't put that.
oh yeah. Wait a minute. Let me see. This one says this must be Justin Storm. He said him and the all natural. No, that's not him. That must be Little Bird.
Yeah.
Me and all natural getting Justin Storm in shape for the Celtic workout.
So make sure you click the link, streamyard.com/Facebook. Is it in this thread? That way we can see who you
This
are.
is always interesting, first off.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, very.
I love Trish.
Yeah. Yeah, Trish.
And it seems like they're pushing LA Knight towards Austin Theory anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not worried about LA Knight's push. He's getting such a big reaction, so we don't even got to discuss him. Let me go back to this list. Yeah, same thing. It seems LA Knight, Chad Gable, Charlie Crumpler says not Omos. And I, on the other hand, say yes, Omos. I don't even give a damn.
He's 7 something.
Yes. Let's give him at least a small world title run. Just go ahead and do it.
Well, they did it with Great Khali.
And they sure as shit did. And I was okay when they did that, because I like stuff like that. That's interesting.
I mean,
then it makes you question. You're like, who's gonna beat him? And then whoever does, they're instantly built. So next up, Gary Martin said LA Knight, Chad Gable for WWE, and Keith Lee and Ricky Starks for All Emotions Wrestling. So
Ricky just won the Owen.
He beat CM freaking Punk.
Yeah, like it doesn't get any more push than that. It really doesn't. As far as Keith Lee,
he looks like he's getting back in shape again, which I'm happy for him. He's been dyeing his hair. I tell you, there was only one situation he should have let his hair grow gray, and that was the gimmick idea that I've always told you that I've had for Keith Lee, to be like the Neil deGrasse Tyson of wrestling. Like especially the way he talks.
But
like,
the way
he's astronomical. He should be like, the universe is such a wonderful place.
Oh
Like, I think,
man.
in fact, play the Keith Lee clip we got with our good old friend.
Oh, yeah.
Accusations. These are not accusations.
That is not
Accusations.
that is not accusation.
These are not accusations,
They're
bro.
not accusations.
We're talking about
Accusations. These are not accusations.
these are not accusations.
These are not
my
accusations.
good man.
Yes.
These
dear
are not
sir,
accusations, my fellow human.
I am extremely offended by your lies. So yeah, I said he should be like the wrestling Neil deGrasse Tyson. Like I feel like that would be good. That would be entertaining. And he wears space gear, like it's outer space.
That's so horrible. I'd watch it just to see where it goes.
I know.
I would watch the hell out of that
Everybody
corny
would
crap.
watch. Everybody would watch the hell out of it.
Oh man. Just
Oh,
be like, what?
and he just calls his like his move the falling star or something, you know.
The Big Bang Theory.
Yeah, the Big Bang Theory.
Oh
Like,
man.
Cosmos. All right, next up on the list from Andy Nichols. He says Los Lotharios. They dropped the ball on him. Well, Andy, you don't watch the NXT clearly because they've been on NXT.
I was about to say I don't even.
Yeah.
I didn't know they were still with the company.
They just popped up on NXT and started beating people up. Which I will say, I'm happy NXT is doing this, where some of the guys that aren't really being used are going down there and doing some work. Baron Corbin's down there right now. Mustafa Ali's down there. Dana Brooke and Los Lotharios. So they're gonna probably do a bid there, and you know, maybe get
Set a bid like they in prison.
Yeah. Even though they said the main roster is a prison, so they're gonna do a little bit there. Maybe fix the gimmicks. Like they were tonight, they just wrestled Nathan Frazier and Dragon Lee. So solid tag team. I think they need to do more with them. And I actually have a big team idea that I've always had. You remember the Natural Born Thrillers in WCW?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, so all young guys, all pretty good looking. It's like you should do like a faction. And I was trying to come up with a name, and there are two names that I had. One, if you put Los Lotharios, see for this to work, it's got to be Los Lotharios, Austin Theory, and then a fourth person. And then you can have like a young, up and coming faction, like a good looking guy faction or something, and they could just run roughshod through the WWE. And I feel like that would be a good way to build number one Theory, but to also build Los Lotharios. So you could either throw in Logan,
almost like how Legacy was supposed to be.
Yes. Except this time you wouldn't really have a vet; it would just be for young guys. So in a little like Nexus was.
Gotcha.
Yeah. But I would say Austin Theory, Los Lotharios. I'm back and forth. But I always thought Ricochet could be in that group. And you can make it like this would be Ricochet's heel turn, because I feel like he has it in him. But
Ricky O'Shea?
Yeah. And especially with the way he talks and stuff, like I feel like if he played it more as he's like a pretty boy, and like he's so kind of like what's happened with your boy Will Ospreay.
All he's got to do is feed into his light skinism.
Yes.
Feed into light skin.
You see it.
Yeah. It's so easy.
But I also thought you could even throw Logan Paul in this crew. And that way he has a faction that he's working with, but they wouldn't necessarily need him every single time, but he can always hype him up or something. And I said, then you could call it Prime. You could call that crew. You could call them Prime. Named after
their primes.
Yeah, yes. But if you don't want to do that, because right now, if you haven't seen the news, I guess I said they looked and said Prime has more sugar than most drinks.
Yes,
they don't have the amount.
They sure do. That thing was 200 grams of caffeine.
Yeah.
But you know what? Woo! Energy has got less. You know what I'm saying? Because Ric Flair, he said you know what? Instead of putting vodka and fireballs in cans and giving it to people, I'm going to do this scientifically, and I'm going to show you why I'm 70 plus years old and I can still go, Daddy. Woo! Woo energy.
And have some woo wings on the side.
And you know what goes great with Woo Energy?
Woo wings. Yeah. Woo woo. Wings. Legendary flavors. World Championship wings. Woo. Woo wings. Yeah. Woo.
World Championship wings to go with your Woo Energy. And I'm telling you, there's a new Space Mountain.
New combo.
At this point.
Legendary flavors.
I'm trying to tell you.
Oh man.
Legendary flavors.
And if I'm drinking an energy drink and then eating wings, something's wrong. I'm just saying.
That is not a good combination.
That's terrible. You're trying to be in the bathroom for the rest of the night.
Bro, you better believe that I did something extremely stressful if the way that I have to calm myself is wings and energy drinks.
Yeah.
Come on. That's right. Mushroom. You're taking a trip on the Mushroom Mountain, Daddy.
Woo! Yeah. But I would call that crew prime. But if you'd want to avoid that and maybe just not worry about Logan Paul, I would actually
for the billboarding, coke snorting son of a gun. Woo! Woo!
I said that you could also throw in Cedric. You could put Cedric Alexander in this crew too. I mean, even though
his last tweet or whatever,
how he misses
pro wrestling.
Yeah, that worries me. That means I think he trying to get out. I wouldn't be surprised. But I say that would be your way to build Theory and some other guys. Get like a young dude crew. Let's do it. You can even call them the influence, like the influence,
like influencers,
like influencers. Yeah. So that's one of my many ideas. Let's go back to
night out.
Yeah, and make them all bros too. Like they're all just chilling and like
bros.
Yeah, make them bros. Like bro.
You make them bros. I'm sold.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm sold on a group of bros.
That's a great gimmick already.
Please take my money.
Omar says Rhea Ripley. She's already being pushed.
Oh yeah.
Now I have to
read. You know what? This is the thing, right? And I see Brian breaking news. Space Mountain Dew has been replaced by Woo Energy drink. The thing. See, Rhea Ripley technically, she's in a weird position because she is the women's world champion or
women's world champion.
Women's world champion, but she's not wrestling.
Yeah,
but she's on TV.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
they're doing a good job of getting her over. Like she is kind of transcending a little bit. She did just have that great match with Natty on Raw. Like that was her most recent. And now they're building towards this feud with either Raquel or Liv Morgan after Monday when they all got into a pull apart. So I think they do have some plans, especially with SummerSlam around the corner. I mean, Mania match, I would say Rhea versus Liv might be the way to go. Like,
I mean,
that's a solid match right there.
We got to see where they're going as far as like who's doing what with who.
Yeah, because they just lost the tag titles, which if you haven't seen on Raw, Chelsea Green and Sonya Deville are the women's tag.
Oh, they did win.
They win. They beat them because when they got in a fight, Raquel, she messed up Raquel's leg.
Yeah.
And
I saw that. That was caused by Rhea earlier.
Yeah, and that kept happening. They basically attacked Raquel. She was out of the match, and they ganged up on Liv. And supposedly, which Bryant just mentioned, is that Liv did get hurt. Supposedly, like it was either her shoulder because she's been having shoulder issues this year. So,
do you realize?
Here goes Omar.
What they have done. Do you realize what they have done with the women's tag team titles? And like not even a 2-month period.
There's
like a 6-week period.
They 3 champions.
They have hot potatoed the hell out of those titles.
Yeah.
And like 6 weeks, bro.
Yeah, there's been 3 different champions.
Bro, that's the opposite of grandstanding and hot dogging. I'm talking about bro, it's funny that he just said this because I was like, they literally just killed 2 tag teams with these belts in 6 weeks. in
Since
6 weeks, bro.
since day one, they've been cursed. They have been cursed. Like, and again, if you remember Naomi and Sasha, that was when they left when they were
And
champions.
look,
Like every
every time I'm looking at this and I'm looking at what Trinity said about y'all don't know what we went through, and I'm like, we have no idea. Like she was probably spitting facts, but people don't want to like believe it
well,
because
they said the initial reason that they lost anyway was when her and Naomi were champions, they were going to do a situation where one was facing Bianca, one was facing Ronda, but you
yeah,
already know that
yeah, but they were both going to
they
lose.
were going to
And they were
lose. And
like, why would you have us, your champions, go out and lose these matches?
yeah, and they
Like,
said we want to
yeah.
focus. They wanted to legitimately be a tag team, which I gotta give credit to props to them because Team Bad, they seem to be a real for life faction. Sasha is hanging out with
Oh,
Trinity
I meant to
and
get that
freaking
pick.
Tamina.
They were
They were
all
all
backstage
they were hanging out.
for Trinity at Impact.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
of them.
Like
So
that's a legit faction. Like they Team Bad is forever.
that's a
Uh
friendship bigger than the company, and I'm not mad at it.
yeah.
But I
Well,
like this comment right here by Omar.
yeah, he
Omar
was the one
says
that made the
the most
suggestion.
realistic opportunity they have at intergender matches. Rhea Ripley. I completely agree with
I can
this,
see it.
but
Yeah.
I don't see the point of them doing intergender
You
matches.
shouldn't.
But
There's
but if there's anybody, it's her.
yeah.
Without question.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
I
Who
could
is
see
it?
that.
I see this one says, I would not mind seeing Wade Barrett, Drew, and come together take the. That's not bad. Can Wade still go? Is he hurt or
I
something?
don't think he's hurt. He used to have a lot of elbow issues when he was wrestling. Like, but I don't think I think he's in pretty good shape. But
I personally I think the Drew and Sheamus thing is played out for now.
yeah, it's done.
I think they're done with that.
Yeah, Drew,
But throwing Wade Barrett in there, that's interesting.
that would be an interesting match. Yeah,
And
that would be an
then
interesting match.
let me see. Omar also said the women's tag team championship lost a lot of prominence early on. Well, early on, feels like the Iconics were the last real team.
They were like the only real team.
I don't. I was never.
I
I
was not.
wasn't that big of a fan of the Iconics. I
Oh,
think it was really Billy Kay. Billy Kay used to work my nerves.
yes.
She worked my
I love
nerves.
me some Billy Kay though. She was something else. She was a freaking
Like I
mess.
didn't start liking Billy Kay until
Yeah,
like the end of her run when
yeah.
she
When
was
she was
like
solo,
when she was passing out the
the resume.
posters. That's when I was a fan. Like before that, I was like, nah. Peyton Royce, I was cool with Peyton Royce. Never had an
Yeah,
issue with Peyton Royce.
yeah.
But
And I think their story kind of sucks because I guess Peyton inadvertently caused them to break up because she was like, she wanted to try out eventually to be singles, and they took it as, oh, okay, let's split them
you're
up.
done.
Okay, we're gonna switch you guys up then, and they both got fired not long after, which kind of sucks.
They're pretty much showing that they don't really care for tag teams in
No,
general. Not the men's, not the women's.
well, I think on the men's right now, they're like pretty great right now in
I
a
mean,
good
they're
spot.
doing okay now in the
Yeah,
men's.
it was for a bit like trouble.
I think the best decision they made was to combine the tag team belts because that streamlined a whole lot of the issues.
Oh, I think we got some breaking news.
Well, oh man,
Hold on.
is it true?
Let's check. Let's verify. I'm
Oh man,
looking. Yeah,
oh man.
that was the main event. So let's see if this is
Brian said Don beat Wes Leaf. Is he
don't
now the North American
hold
champion?
on. We're breaking these news live on
Oh man.
Facebook.
I'll be watching NXT next week. I don't
Yeah.
even NXT went from my favorite show to I can't watch it anymore.
Well, NXT is great right now. Like it's really good.
And look, it's funny because we just got a question at the same time. How do you feel about main roster superstars going to NXT to challenge for titles, aka automatic title shots?
They deserve it. They should.
Personally, I don't have a problem with it.
I love it.
I think it adds to the necessity of those titles.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Because like I just said, I don't even watch in it. Look, 2014 to 2019. I say 2013, 14 to 2019. NXT was my favorite wrestling show.
Yes.
It's my absolute favorite wrestling show. I would watch NXT over Raw and SmackDown.
Same.
And over AEW when it started. And then it started declining. And then once they moved it to 2.0, I stopped watching. I didn't like I didn't like it.
Yeah.
So,
I will say right now it's in its best case ever. Like if anything, this is kind of like old NXT when they first started, where big focus on the young new talent, but you have the visits from the main roster, which that's what you need in that show. And I would say they got some blue chippers down there. Like you really got to give a look to NXT.
and look, just like Brian said, he started back watching when main roster guys started showing back up. And I honestly, like, sometimes as wrestling fans, it's hard. Like certain wrestling fans can watch a show, not know who anybody is, and just enjoy it. Some people can, some people can't. Like sometimes there just needs to be just one guy.
It did happen.
I remember back in the Cody days, and I don't mean Cody Rhodes. I mean the program, the Cody program. And that's how I used to watch New Japan.
Yeah,
and for those, I'm talking about the XBMC days, back when you needed like a Android TV box or whatever.
Yeah.
And I remember I was watching New Japan in like 14 or 15. Not only did I not know any of the wrestlers, I didn't understand the word they were saying.
Yeah.
But the wrestling was good. So I just kept watching. That's how I found out about Kota Ibushi. by watching it like that. But like for some reason, this new NXT, it doesn't do it for me now. I don't understand why. I think it's because I want old NXT back.
Yeah.
I understand once something is gone, it's never coming back the way it used to be.
Yeah. If anything, this is more along the lines of what NXT was when it first started. Like I will give them that. Like I've been enjoying it just because I feel like they finally got rid of the silly gimmicks and more letting these kids kind of grow. Carmelo is going to be the future.
Now, hands down. There's certain guys that I would watch. Like Carmelo was I like Carmelo. I like Braun Breaker.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I do too. In fact, the next pay-per-view is going to be Carmelo versus Ilya for the NXT title, which is going to be, it's like, I'm telling you, they have some great stars right now. It is along those lines. It's just all of them are new.
Right. I like this comment right here by Omar. 2014, 2019 was a high work rate, super indie. Yeah. I loved the work rate because it was bananas. NXT 2.0 was in the WWE Light, and that was by design to help get new guys ready for the main roster. Problem is, why watch WWE Light when there's so much weekly WWE already? That's a great comment.
But I would say now it's more a mix of both. It still has the new of 2.0, but they're getting back to the work rate of the classic, like where they're letting them really go and have like simpler storylines. And I feel like that's more Shawn Michaels' influence finally taking over that, where it's like, look, okay, we're just going to turn up your personality. We're not going to just throw like, for example, Tiffany Stratton. She came on, she was first like Daddy's little girl. Then they got rid of all that. And now she's the NXT Women's Champion and killing it. But another brand new person, which they have a lot of those, like where NXT is their first place they've ever wrestled kind of stars. So we're probably going to see a new, kind of like back in the day of OVW when you had the big four, when you had Brock Lesnar, John Cena, Batista, and Randy Orton, and Shelton Benjamin on the same year, that 2002 class. I think we're going to be near
that super fire class.
Yes, where they're brand new.
I wish I saw OVW like that back then.
I wish too. I would just torrents and downloaded those on, like back in that day.
And then we got this comment right here. I missed 2008 to 2014 TNA. Look, those are some clutch years.
TNA was one of my favorite shows.
Clutch years.
Back then, that was one of my favorite shows.
That's why Kurt Angle was there too. He was the wrestling machine there. That was Perk Angle.
Perk Perk, Angle, next level, and honestly, Christian Cage, his best run as NWA World Champion, like that. That's what this should be, and I feel like NXT's getting there now. It's just more people got to get on the train with it, and they've been doing a good job. Like Carmelo popping up on Raw, like they're making it a lot more fair, where you have some stars go down there, some go to Raw. Like it's getting there.
Oh yeah.
Joker Sting. Yeah.
Oh man, I had a love-hate relationship with Joker Sting.
Same.
Like some days it was really entertaining, and some days I was like, all right, bro.
You're like, okay, this is much. All right. Is there any other person that? I 100. Yeah.
100% agree with DB. Current NXT is back on the come up. They've struck the right balance of being entertaining to the fans, that enjoy the work rate, and developing new characters for the future.
It is like the best version of NXT right now. And I say, if you haven't been watching it, watch it. And then even the gimmicks some of them are really good. Like, again, a classic friend of mine from way back in the North Carolina wrestling days, Harlem Bravado, who is currently Andre Chase.
Andre Chase.
He has one of the best gimmicks they have down there.
It's crazy. You know what? I should have been watching just for him, because I think I saw some of his last indie matches in 2019. Thanks to a good friend who passed away, Hector Delgado. Rest in peace, Hector. But he matter of fact, he invited us to PWX in Gastonia, January 2019, and it was there. I forgot what the name of the tournament was. Can't remember the name of the tournament, but it's like the X7 or something like that.
Yeah.
But Harlem Bravado ended up winning, and like he wrestled like a couple times that night, and I think that was probably the last time. I think he was involved for like another year or two.
Yeah, he was involved before he got signed, and like they pulled a bunch of people from Evolve, including it was him, Joe Gacy, Theory.
Yes, it was the X16. That's what it was. Thank you, Omar.
Yeah. So I watch NXT right now, and here's another reason to watch it. This comment, yes.
Gable Stevenson will be on.
Yep.
Discuss his
I don't know. It's gonna change.
Brad is wild.
It's gonna change now, because if you hadn't seen, they did an NXT Underground match a couple of weeks ago.
I heard about that. I didn't see it.
Again, watch it. Watch that match. Like, it was really good. With Eddie Fredericks versus the most evil man in NXT, Damon Kemp. Who, if for those that don't know, that's actually Gable Stevenson's brother.
Really?
Yeah. He's been on NXT for a bit. He was part of the Diamond Mine. He was the guy that turned on him.
Oh,
yeah. So
I didn't know that was his brother.
Yeah, that's his brother. And he can go. He can go too. So, and they did a good job of establishing him as a pretty good villain. But but Gable Stevenson popped up, and he suplexed some dudes, and he's got a mean suplex. He's got a mean back suplex. It's kind of really impressive. So he is the second Olympic gold medalist ever to be signed in WWE. So that's rumors that he is, but I don't know. That might change, because he's been on NXT a lot more than he was previously. So we'll see.
But look at the community. They're talking to each other. That's what we appreciate.
That's what we love. But it's not official. They hadn't said it, whether he officially is doing that. He might. WWE might have had to talk to him and said, look.
Hey, bro, we got these cheeseburgers.
It's like, look here. Vince was like, look here, pal. Now that I'm back, your ass needs to come to work.
Yeah, right.
I ain't paying.
Vince said, look. He said, look, I'll make a deal with you. You don't do the Olympics.
Yeah.
And we'll hook you up with a lifetime supply of
Woo wings. Yeah. Woo. Wings. Legendary flavors. World Championship wings. Woo wings. Yeah. Woo.
Yes. And I like, how can you even beat that?
You can't turn that down.
And then once Vince said that, Gable looked right at Vince like,
I need that. I need that.
I need
that.
wings.
I need that. That's just so you know, anytime I post that GIF, that is what I'm saying. I need that. Let's see. Let's put a question out there. Can anybody tell me where this GIF came from? I know, because I know where it came from. I know the exact episode and show and moment
I
that.
don't.
Okay. Can
I know I
anybody
saw
answer
it.
that?
I
Can anybody?
just can't. I have no idea.
Adrian Bryant, Omar, do you know where that GIF is from? We'll play it one more time. Play it one more time.
Oh man.
Angry Lashley sitting in the dark. Angry Lashley sitting in the dark. Where was that from?
Bro, my mind start racing in like all the different scenarios you can use that for.
Because it's such a universal gimmick.
Oh man.
Adrian says he's stumped.
Like, you want to play some spades? Hell yeah, I want to play some spades.
Yeah.
You stupid.
I'm about to win that. Okay, I'll tell you where it came from. That was the night that Lashley won the WWE title and he beat The Miz. The night he did that. That was where that.
Miz?
Yes, he beat The Miz to win the title.
No, I mean that's what I meant. That's the.
That was before they went to commercial. Before the match. They're like, tonight, Bobby Lashley gets his opportunity for the WWE title. It's like, yep, I need that. And he won it that night. That was a man. Man. That was a man that was like, I'm winning a title tonight.
Oh,
and it's coming home with me. That's what that exact GIF is from.
Oh God.
Oh, because you remember how they did that too? The Miz, like, first he beat Otis for his briefcase, his Money in the Bank briefcase. Then he cashed in on Drew.
Boy.
And then it was like,
but he needed Lashley
to help.
Lashley beat up Drew, and then Miz jumped in.
Yes, and it was the Miz was champion for like 1 week.
Oh wait, yep. The night the Miz played the role of Yamcha from DB.
Yes, that's exactly.
Oh man,
that moment. And yeah, and then the Miz had the title for a week. They didn't even get side plates on that thing yet. And then the following week, Lashley beat him for the title. And that was the image right before that match. Right before that. It is the best meme there is, hands down. The best.
If I paid like more attention, like while I'm watching wrestling, like to all the memeable things that there were, this show would be like ridiculous.
Yes. I mean, I grab a ton of them. Like, I do need to update. Like, I grabbed Isaiah, what's his name? Isaiah Cassidy. When he goes, he does that noise. Right. I grabbed that.
Like, you see this? Omar said Vince probably gave Stevenson the same speech he gave Mark Henry before the Arnold Strongman Invitational. You can do it, but there is no room in my company for the second best Olympic wrestler.
Oof.
That's real.
That sounds like Vince McMahon. Yeah. Vince is.
Wait. Bryant has a question. He wants to say, hold up, DB, how did they announce that match?
What? How did they announce what match?
Oh, the Lashley championship match.
Oh, the Lashley championship match. No, the week before, Lashley basically said to him, he's like, "Look, I helped you out. Now I'm getting what I want, and that's a title match." And the Miz was trying to avoid it that whole episode.
Oh yeah. He was faking injuries.
Yes,
and all that.
Yes, because he did not want to face him. Like that was the deal. That was why he helped Drew, helped him beat Drew. Was he's like, I'm getting this title match,
and you gonna like it.
And you gonna like it. Like Lashley basically, I need that. I need that.
You gonna pay what you owe, Santa.
Oh, like I actually need to find that promo too of Lashley basically bullying the Miz. He bullied the Miz, and the Miz was only champion like 2 weeks. Like he is the transitional champion.
He did that, and Miz was like,
"You raggedy bitch."
Right after. right after this. That's exactly.
Oh,
He
damn.
was just laying. He was just laying there, defeated.
It's like, man.
He's looking at the lights.
You raggedy bitch.
How you gonna do me like that?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He gave him basically the first clip I searched. It says Bobby Lashley gives him the Miz an ultimatum on Miz TV. It was February 22nd, and then 1 week later, March 1st.
Yep.
Gosh, that was 2 years ago. That's
For
crazy.
8 days.
Yeah, that's crazy. That was 2 years ago.
I said, I need that clip.
Yeah.
When somebody say something crazy, yo,
I need that.
facts though.
I
bro.
need that. Or the you raggedy bitch. Yeah. We can send that to you. We can send them that one.
Wrestling is life, bro.
It is. Wrestling is life.
I can't even imagine my life without pro wrestling. I can't. Even
if
I didn't get into pro wrestling, I'd still be
same.
like I'd have to. If I never started doing it, I'd still be watching it like it's nothing.
Yeah. Okay.
Then,
we'll send you.
Then if I didn't get into it, I'd just be watching and I'd just be sitting there like,
it should have been me.
Every time. It should have been me.
It should have been.
It should have been me. All right. Anybody else we want to push? Anybody else? Like pick one person.
I'm looking through some of these some of the earlier comments to see what people were saying. Somebody said dirty. I mean, Dom's already getting a push.
It just happened tonight. Which right. Breaking news. Yeah, I saw the picture. It is confirmed. He is the North American champion.
I think I'm betting this is Edwin, but someone has said been waiting for the Shelton Benjamin push for 20 years. Look,
keep waiting, partner.
Shelton Benjamin was my favorite wrestler for like 3 years.
I agree,
and I was just so disappointed that they didn't do anything with him.
They had the perfect time. Like he should have won the World Heavyweight Championship. Like especially when he was doing the Gold Standard gimmick. Like that was your best chance to do it.
You realize, and we probably talked about this. You realize Team Angle only lasted 6 months.
Yeah, I remember that.
It's so crazy. Like they were the world's greatest tag team,
mm-hmm.
but the whole Team Angle situation only lasted 6 months.
Well, they became the world's greatest tag team after Team
Angle. No, I know. I'm just saying, but like Team Angle, like those three, they only lasted 6 months, which is crazy. That should have lasted like a year or two.
Yeah, I agree.
It should have at least 18 months, bro.
Oh my god, when you see
they just got a taste.
When you see it.
Huh?
When you see it.
That dog clip has me. Well, the dog clip was me when I found out Bill Murray was smashing my wife. Oh man. That's who I want to get pushed.
You know what? I loved the comments. Twitter was in shambles because they said, he's too old. His body can't handle that milk. Bruh, the milkshake.
I've been thinking about doing another podcast on regular stuff, and that I would have been all over that one. Oh man. If I ever start my other podcast back, everything about nothing, holy crap.
Yes.
That's ridiculous. But he said justice for Will Hobbs.
Yeah. Justice for Will Hobbs. Yeah, I agree. I still think he's got some time. Me personally, I like the Gun Club, and I'm gonna be one of those, like, especially what they're doing now with the Bullet Club. They just recently joined. I like the Gun Club. I feel like they are going to be really big future stars, especially Colton.
Right.
Which one? No, there's Colton and who's the other gun? Colton. Now I got to look up the guns.
Oh yeah, Colton and Austin, right?
Austin, yeah. Colton gun. Austin, Colton looks just like Billy. Like it is crazy, and talks like him too.
Billy spit them dudes out.
Yes,
like literally. Yes. I don't know what their mom did.
Austin, you could get you can kind of pass off not as his kid so much. He does have his face the most, but as far as the one that looks just like him, Colton looks just like Billy. It is crazy, and he talks like him too. Like he sounds exactly like him, and I feel like he's going to be really a problem if because Austin's been wrestling longer than Colton. Colton just started not long ago wrestling. But they're great. I think their tag team run was solid in AEW. Was actually interesting, but I think both of them need to go to NXT. Like they can only get so far in All Elite. So
Yeah, absolutely.
mhm.
Absolutely.
And then as far as singles, I'm trying to think of another singles star that I want to see get a push. Right now, oh yeah, now I feel like I'm ready for a Sami Zayn world title run. Now I think I'm officially ready. Yeah, because if you
Old on the world title run. I
yeah
never was. Even while he was like super popular,
yeah
I just couldn't
no,
see it.
I wasn't sold then. That's what I mean. That was just the start. Now that I've seen what they're doing, because now he's playing more of the straight man, while Kevin's the more ridiculous one. Like, and he still gets one of the biggest reactions. I'd say it'd be Cody, him, and LA Knight right now. Those are the like top three biggest reactions right now in wrestling. And honestly, Sammy, he's kind of gotten away from the silliness that he was
Mhm.
doing for a good bit and kind of more serious now. So I think he's ready, and he could have a at least a world heavyweight title. He could win that, and I'd be perfectly fine with that.
Yeah, I could see him. He could do that. Edwin said, "I feel like Sammy says the N word on the."
Why? Why though? That's just so random.
That is so, like Sammy doesn't seem like that guy.
He doesn't
Bro.
seem
He
like
really
that. Now,
doesn't.
now, do I feel like the Samoan family? Yeah.
Oh,
The Samoan,
they address themselves like that.
the Samoan family, yes, I think so.
That's hilarious.
All right, I think it's time to thank our sponsor, right?
Oh man! So our sponsor is the future
NWA
NWA
World's Heavyweight Champion.
World's Heavyweight Champion, and we're talking about none other than the Overman, because he's over, man. I don't like that, but what I do like freec3.com.
Yeah,
I definitely like that, because what that'll do for you. Oh, where's my banner? Got the banner. The banner is popping. Look, it's summertime.
it's summertime.
Some of
Gotta
you
get,
guys are behind the 8 ball.
and them hoochie daddy shorts need to look nice.
Look,
Come on now.
if you wanna fill out the hoochie daddy shorts in the thigh area, you gotta go to www.freec3.com. Okay, he'll give you a workout plan. He'll help you with that diet, and if he takes you under his wing, if you think he's crazy now, wait until he's tracking you and your fitness goals. Crazy in a good way.
Yes,
because that man is dedicated. I don't care what you think about how he got his shape. That man's diet is ridiculous. It's not a game. His workouts are ridiculous. It's not a game. They're not as intense in the app, thank God, but he'll get you where you need to be. All right, that's go to www.free. Not that many e's. Go to freec3.com. Use the code STM for 20% off for life.
And as always, control your nutrition by smashing the diet. Damn it, smash it.
I mean, that's right.
And they're having a whole debate over there about whether Sammy says the N word or not. Like, I can't with you guys. Like, what?
The comment section is where you need to be.
Yeah, see, this is why we had to change the format of the show. This was why, because y'all
This is it. This is why I like doing the show, bro.
This is the only reason we're doing the show now. We're talking. We're coming up with subjects, and we're talking about them. So, of course, don't be afraid to suggest us conversation topics, and we will cover those. I think we'll have to avoid this topic because we might get in trouble.
I'm just gonna post the comments.
We're just gonna post them. We're just gonna post them because y'all are crazy. With the debate here.
next week's topic. No, we have a group meeting for that.
That's a group one.
I'm actually a wrestler, guys. I'm actually a wrestler. I'd actually like to get somewhere. I don't know if that's
so sadly.
Somebody pulls this up.
Sadly, this will not be a topic but we will come up with other ones. Don't be afraid. Let us know.
Now look, Bryant says, use the code today. I wish we could guarantee that you get yourself a free case of energy drinks. Look, this is the opposite of opposite of Schlitz malt liquor.
Yeah.
That gives you woo, but you don't want that woo. You want this. You want the Ric Flair woo.
Yeah.
That's what you want.
That's the only woo there is.
That's the only one.
Yeah.
Right. I'm not posting that one.
Don't post it. No, don't. Anyway. Anyway. Gee, by the way, I got a secret. I got an exclusive secret. I'm ready to drop it all for listeners.
Oh man. Talk to me, man.
Okay.
Talk to me.
It's in regards to WrestleMania.